I'm here at the grave of Josiah Lupton, or Lupton. All right, however you pronounce his last name. So he was a Revolutionary War soldier. He took part in. He was a Minuteman in the Suffolk County Militia. Now, he was a Minuteman before the Revolutionary War. He was a captain of the Suffolk County Militia that was formed by the Royal Governor of New York before the Revolutionary War. Now, you have to remember that before the Revolutionary War, a decade before, in the 1760s, the colonies with Great Britain had fought the French, and so a lot of these groups were formed by the British and armed by the British. So the royal governor had helped form this militia out in what was a rural area at the time, out in eastern Suffolk County, and so he was a captain, and he was when the Boston Tea Party happened in 1773. What happened was the commander of the Suffolk County Militia was a loyalist, and so he resigned his commission. And who took over was William Floyd. And William Floyd goes on to sign the Declaration of Independence in 1776, and he took part in the Continental Congress. So this man, we know he took part in the Battle of Long Island. Now, what happened in the Battle of Long Island was that Washington ended up fleeing from Howe's troops into Manhattan and later into New Jersey. And the Suffolk County Militia ended up fleeing back onto Long Island. So what happens is that because this area is occupied by the British, we don't really have, to my knowledge, muster rolls of who took part within the Suffolk County Militia, because they were pretty much an underground group. What they did during the rest of the war, during the British occupation, was to support people like the Coupler Spy Ring, where they spied on British intelligence in New York City, and they brought that intelligence to Colonel Benjamin Talmadge, who is up in Connecticut, right? And Caleb Brewster brought that information. And if you watch the show Turn on AME, which is highly fictionalized, but is based on real events that happened in Situate, Long Island, this would have been somebody who would have been underground during the time and part of the Minutemen. They would have taken part in local harassment of the British troops, taking note of British troop deployments and things like that, gathering information and things like that. So he played a vital role behind the enemy lines after the Battle of Long Island. But we know for a fact that he was a captain of a regiment in the Suffolk County Militia, at least during the Battle of Long Island in 1776.